So I realized that I haven't uploaded anything in over 3 months, and I'm deeply sorry for that, but here's an update as to why I haven't been uploading anything. First of all is the mental energy and motivation. Where do I begin with this? Mentally, physically, it's fine. Emotionally, it's fine. But mentally, it's a lot harder to prepare, I guess, to do any videos. I mean, let me talk about the mental energy first. There are processes when to doing a video. First, you have the recording, which to me is not hard, despite what most people think when it's like they record a 30-minute, 40-minute, 50-minute, or an hour-long video. It's not that hard to me. In fact, I actually like doing those types of videos because they're so much fun, and I like to put as much content as I can. However, when it comes to the editing process, as everyone knows, because I have next to no money, I usually use Audacity for audio, Debut video capturing system for recording the video, and then I use Windows Movie Maker to edit. All I do is basically try to sync up the video and audio as best as I can. However, because of the length of videos I like to do, the rendering process can take anywhere from a half hour to an hour and a half, depending on how long the videos are. And that already takes up a lot of my mental energy. But then comes the uploading process. That can take maybe to about twice as long as the rendering process. That's why I usually tend to edit and upload on separate days. That way I can still have some energy left over. Because if I do those on the same day, I'm completely wiped. For some reason, the rendering and uploading process of videos seems to wipe my mind of energy, and it's like, I just don't feel like doing anything after that. Here comes the motivation front. YouTubers depend on other people, their viewers, to get those views, get those comments, get those likes. And for some of the more popular ones, a livelihood. Thankfully, I am not those YouTubers that have a livelihood. It'd be great if I could make money off of this, but considering what the way YouTube is now, I'm not as scared shitless. But I'll get to the YouTube part in a minute. But motivation. I am a person who is motivated by other people for some things. The videos is one. So whenever I try to upload a video, I want to expect, keyword want to expect, anything that to pop up, like comments, likes, and views that aren't more than that are more than 2 on each video. I get that some of the videos I put out are freaking boring, but that's why I'm trying out a lot of varied content, or at least trying anyway. But to be honest, whenever I don't see anything after I could probably put out a week's worth of videos, it gets discouraging, which I think people can understand. I mean, imagine trying to do something. I mean, I see this on with artists on Tumblr all the time, where where if it's like imagine putting a lot of work into something, putting a lot of effort into doing something you really like, and then you put it out there in public on the internet, and you're expecting tons of feedback. I mean, I'm not saying, well, in my case, like maybe something, but then you get next to nothing. And it's like, it's discouraging because you put a lot of effort into doing what you want to do, and yet it doesn't get recognized. So it's like I understand that that to some people I may be lazy as hell, but to me at least, I put a lot of effort into what I do. Like, I try to make sure I sync everything up properly, which is a pain in the ass. I try to make sure it looks good. I try to make sure the sound's good. I mean, and for the streaming, it's like I try to make sure that, I do everything correctly. But the fact that it barely gets recognized at all, it's really discouraging. And that's why the motivation just isn't there, because why should I work for something that's barely going to get recognized? So, I mean, there's another reason. Now, going to what I was saying earlier about YouTube, if anyone has not noticed what's been going on with YouTube lately, then you really need to look around, like, at some popular YouTubers' videos, because, but if you don't want to do that, I'll give you hopefully a short summary. Basically, a lot of popular YouTubers lately have been getting a lot of bad things happen to them. I mean, some have been getting their videos taken down for supposed copyright claims or violation of community guidelines. Some have been getting their monetizations away, which if you're a YouTuber who depends on their channel to get money, then that's bad if you get your monetization taken away. And then there are some whose channels have been outright terminated. Like, we are talking about, we're not talking about, like, getting a few strikes are done. Like, we're talking about outright terminated with no notice whatsoever. Which has been scaring a lot of people. And the thing is, though, like, they're doing this to YouTubers who haven't done anything wrong. I mean, they follow the rules of YouTube, and they've been getting all these bad things happening to them. And then, of course, you have the channels on YouTube who do everything wrong, and yet they don't get jack done to them. And I mean, and I don't want to say a few Let's Players have done it, 'cause to be honest, I haven't seen Let's Players be affected at all by it. Mainly like, what is that? Review channels, anime channels. I only know those two. But reason why I'm scared, I have almost 300 videos up on my channel, from 2 to 2.5 years, maybe, I think. I would have to look at the dates of content. And the thing is, though, half the content I produce is visual novels. If you go on my playlist, you'll see that I have Air, Katawa Shoujo. What else? I mean, those are, Katawa Shoujo is pretty good so far, but Air is the one where I have a lot of copyright copyright claims against them, because I play the music, and and Key is supposedly very strict with their copyright. And that's why you don't see a lot of their games up on YouTube, because apparently people don't want to get, because it's like, if you're not getting paid off of those videos, then what's the point? But, and then of course I have other content, like Life is Strange. Most of my videos for episode 1 have been copyright claimed because of the music, some Water no Hara videos, and some other stuff. And I'm fine with copyright claims. It's when I get a copyright strike that will make me scared. And the thing is, though, like with the amount of videos I have that have copyright claims on them, I could very well be terminated, because I have probably over 20 videos that have copyright claims, and I'm terrified that if one of those gets if one or more of those gets 3 strikes, I'm fucked. Because 3 strikes on YouTube means you're out, like you're terminated. You have your entire channel terminated. Which means that all the hard work you put into creating a channel can be wiped in a second. And it is scary to think about that. And the reason why I don't fight the copyright claims is because I'm not a confrontational person. And I don't have a good understanding of copyright law. I do have basics understood, but it's like the technicalities and the more what's the word I'm looking for? And the more what is that word? I don't know. The more subsets, I'm going to say, added to the copyright law, I don't understand. I want to believe that what I am doing is in fair use, but I'm not a confrontational type of person, so it's like that's why I don't try to appeal those copyright claims, because I would be going up against companies with lawyers, and I can barely afford a bonds person. And so it's like I don't want to go into a confrontation with a big company to where I know I'm going to lose, because I don't have the more complicated stuff of copyright understood. So that's another reason. YouTube has just been turning into a scary place lately. So there's that. And then there's a fourth but very minor reason, is because I started a second channel a couple months ago. I would have to look. Where I'm basically putting up highlights of what I've been doing up on there. So far, all I've got are Alice Mayer. But hopefully once I get back into editing again, I'll put more up there. So I'm managing a second channel on top of that. So I'm doing all that, but thankfully, like, when I do get back into uploading, there's gonna be a lot of content, because I've been streaming for a while for a few months, I should say, and I have a ton of games, actually not a ton, a few games lined up to where it's like, and they haven't finished. As I said before, I started playing Life is Strange. That's been completed. I also have, no. I don't want to give out the content just yet. I don't want to give out what content I've been doing just yet, because I want to keep it a surprise. Not to mention, I also have the last part of the Asylum edited. I just need to get them uploaded. And I also got parts of Air and Rewrite to edit and upload. There are some that have been edited, they just need to be uploaded as well. but hopefully, I'm gonna be able to get some of that put up on YouTube for before the end of April. The reason why I say before the end of April is because it'll give me enough time to hopefully put a dent in my backlog of videos to upload. So all I have to say is just please be patient with me for a little while longer, because I promise I'm going to put out more content this year, and hopefully I'll be able to put out the content that isn't part of a stream recording. So just remain patient with me for a little longer, and I swear I will get back into doing this again, because I want to do it again. You know, despite the obstacles I've been intimidated by. So that's the end of this update video. I hope some of the people will watch to the end of this, because I know, consider this is going on to 16 minutes. This is gonna be long, so just remain patient with me, and I promise I'm gonna put out more content. So that's the end, and I hope to see everybody whenever I upload a new video. So see ya.